Beta Torpoh, how far? Hope you all Monday fine. Hope you all Malcolm fine. So today another episode for Beta Torpoh, and for Beta Torpoh today, we the language on the story was on Cameroonian Entrepreneur and MC. In name na Charlene Egbe. So make una stay tuned, and just after the break, me and MC Charlene will the language on a Beta Torpoh. Charlie.
Hello.
If
I start with talk pidgin here, when I go laugh.
Talk you. Hi. No, sorry.
I'll be there with a Louis bag and a fur coat and cap.
People really talk, they don't buy tickets.
That is it.
No.
Drop me.
I told my English me, I respect myself. I talk pidgin, no, I'm not starting for that comment section.
Charlie.
Hello.
How far?
Ade.
The way you shine.
I know my teen. Some don't knock me, but they're okay.
Fine, girl. So tell me, I know you my sister, you so you be entrepreneur, you be chef, you be social worker, you be dance instructor, you be MC, you be promoter, you be producer. So for any person who don't know, how you introduce yourself?
It's long. Let me just cut it short. My name is MC Charlene, aka the Energy Goddess, born in Cameroon, raised in Norway. I have a bachelor's degree in social work, so I work part-time as a social worker. And I am an international MC hype queen. So I travel and host events for big Afrobeat artists and events and a lot. I am also an entrepreneur because I own an entertainment company called Afro Energy World, where I do my own events. So at the events, I'm the star of the show. So I'm no longer hosting for other artists. It's me that they come to see. So I organize events in Norway, and I'm trying to make it bigger, travel to other countries and collaborate with promoters. And then I also have my dance classes. That's right, I teach dance for kids. And then I have my fitness brand called Sweat Like This Fitness. So I do my Afro Zumba, promote health and fitness and, just loving yourself and feeling confident. So yeah. And also I am a certified chef. So before I was a social worker, I was a chef. But I don't work as a chef anymore, but I do that in the kitchen. So yes.
Plenty. Let me say, you see me love something. So tell me how it starts before you want to go for Norway. How be the growing up for Cameroon, your upbringing be influence the person where you be today. You feel say all of this thing be there inside you, or now because of circumstances where you just find yourself you do all this in them.
I said I took a picture in English. I don't know which one.
Every answer was English.
So I left when I was 8 years old, so the life in Cameroon is not that very, I don't remember very much, but I do remember that I was taken care of by my grandmother, who taught me how to love, care, and always be strong, because she was a very strong woman. So then I grew up in Norway, so my father is a very strong man, and always learn how to be independent, don't depend on anybody but yourself, and that's how I've always been. And if you want anything, don't ask for it, go and get it. That's all I've learned my whole life, so that's what I do.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how social worker, the workers inside entertainment industry? Because are two different worlds.
That's a good question. Actually, there's a newspaper that wrote about me in Norway, and they called me the Black Hannah Montana, because I'm different. When I go to work, I don't wear makeup. I'm just different. It's a different. I have two lives, and I like it that way, because then I can be regular, the person who loves to work with people who suffer from mental health and help them have at least cope with their illness. And at the same time, when it's weekend, I switch it. Then the glam comes on, the sexy clothes, and the microphone. That's why they call me the Black Hannah Montana. But the thing is that I love doing that because it keeps me grounded. And it's like, why would I go to school for so many years only to keep the certificate playing and not doing anything about it? So that's why I choose. But I work at night though. Because I work at night, it gives me a chance to have more free time. Then I can have my dance classes. I can plan stuff at the office. So I sometimes book events, venues, do other stuff at the office when I'm not attending to patients or anything. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So MC first, not been a common work. Personally, we cut us, I want to be MC most of the time. So how you find yourself inside?
It's a very good question. Sometimes I'm like, how did I get here? But actually, I didn't know MC was a thing when I started. It happened when a former friend of mine, this was 2016, she called me, she said, Charlene, I'm having a fashion show. Please, can you host it for me? I was like, host it? What am I supposed to do then? It's like, don't worry. Take the mic, introduce the dresses, talk to the people, just make sure everybody's having a good time. And I've always been the life of the party. So she just believed that I would be just fine because I'm not somebody who, like, I love people. So I went there and I did the show. Everybody was like, oh my God, you're so good at this. I was funny, it was fun, I was entertaining. I introduced the clothes so well, the designers. So she was very impressed. And I was impressed too. I was like, this is a good thing. So then a month, maybe like a year later or something, I didn't think much about it because I went back to work as a chef. Then J. Martins was coming because that's the time where J. Martins was quite popular. He was coming to my city, and I called the person that was bringing him. I was like, can I host this event? And he was like, yeah, sure. So I took the mic and I did it, and it was great. And then Pantarankin was coming, and he was very friendly and kind, and I met his tour manager. So when I met his tour manager, I was like, if you guys are doing any shows, because I'm somebody who sells myself, even till today, I still sell myself, like it doesn't matter where I am. So I was like, I've hosted 2 shows, and people say I'm really good. I'm a really good MC. I would love to host your show, just like that. Then, like maybe 2 weeks later or something, I got a call. I'm bringing Stone Boy and Kiss Daniel. Would you host them? I'm like, what? It was like from 0 to 100 really quick. So I took the gig and I shut it down. I didn't even understand. I was sober, I shut it down. After that, gigs after gigs. People just keep booking me. I contact promoters when I saw an artist coming. I was just pushing and pushing and pushing. And at that time, I'd gotten to the university where I wanted now to do social work. I didn't want to be a chef anymore. So, because I had an injury and I decided just to take something. I had a knee injury actually. So I was in crutches and I decided that, no, listen, let me do something else. What else do I want to do? I love people. I love humans and I wanted to be a psychologist actually. So what's closer to a psychologist, a social worker, because then you have in many different fields, child services, mental health facilities, all that. So then I was in the university while traveling now, doing shows. And that was so hard, so hard. I used to travel and go to Nigeria with my books. Really, I was studying in the Amsterdam airport. I've done so much. I used to land 6 a.m. and then go to school. And then I'll be there with a Louis bag and a fur coat. Like Charlene, Bashir, like Charlene, what's happening? I'm like, mind your business. What's today's topic? Yeah, but I did that and it was hectic, it was good, and that's how I just grew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a long story. You know that.
Your story is very, very interesting. So inside, I know say you don't explain how you sell yourself and you don't struggle for, single-handedly build your brand.
Yes.
As MC Charlene, Energy Goddess. How it be like what will be the most challenges we don't face? Like the most challenging parts or the most challenging thing we don't get to deal with for be MC by yourself, independence.
The thing is that when you are a beautiful woman and being an MC is a man's job, okay. So it's a man's job. They feel like the man has the biggest voice and can do it. But then suddenly comes this female who is doing it so well. But not only is she talented, but she's also sexy and loves to look fabulous. And then now the men start eyeing you, and then you don't want to become a public toilet. You have to respect yourself. So that was the challenges I faced because I faced by just pushing people away. When I host shows, run straight to my hotel, no after party, because you have to be mindful because there are a lot of guys that want to chop you, as I say, So, and if you give in, you become somebody, you might not even succeed because you've been used. Nobody cares. You become a pass around. And I didn't want to be that because I'm educated, smart, and I'm not going to be one of those women who become a pass around. That's actually one of the reasons why I opened my company, because I was just like, I beg, no one book me, I get show next week. I didn't make triple that amount. It's not a problem. But the challenge is being a woman and having a lot of men wanting you. And some people might be like, okay, maybe you should, if you do this, I'll put you on this stage. You understand? Eat plenty. But I mean, I don't care. I do my job.
Yeah.
And I go home. And then I go to the office. I make money regardless if you book me or not.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take some short break and then we'll come back. Me and MC Charlene will continue on a Beta Torpoh. So tell me about your life as an entrepreneur. First of all, you get multiple jobs. You should mostly two main jobs. Your social worker and then your MC and your nightlife work with you. So what's be the most challenges when you face as entrepreneur, especially where you work, you define your money by yourself, you don't get boss for inside. I mean, you get your own company where you run, I mean, your own entertainment company. So how hard it be for you as an entrepreneur?
It's very challenging because now that your own money where you use invest them. So when you invest that money and it doesn't come back, I take the pain. You know, it hurts. There have been some times when I've done some shows, put a lot of money, and then I'm like, chai, where's my money? That's the challenge because you don't have any sponsor, you don't have anybody. It's your money. You put some and you win some. So that's the challenging part. And on top of that, doing the taxes too. Because I actually do my own taxes. Yeah, you know, I mean, I like to save money. So I do my own taxes, and that can be very challenging sometimes because you don't want to do any mistakes that will have the tax office calling you like, hey, you owe more money. So I do my own taxes in a tax system that we have in Norway. So it's really hard. And then on top of that, every time I do an event, it's my event, I pay people. And then it's like, how do you keep in control of that? Sometimes maybe you have to pay them with that because they don't have a company. So if you pay them, you can't register the money, that's a loss, you know? So sometimes it's challenging, But at the same time, I love it.
Yes, of course. Of course, you like to when you do the way that you do. So, especially when you be international MC, you don't MC for different country them, for Europe, for Africa. What's be the difference, especially when you work? I mean, what's be the difference between our entertainment industry for Cameroon and for Nigeria where you don't MC, and for different countries for Europe? What do you feel to be the difference?
When it comes to shows,
everything
disorganized. Jesus. There's the schedule, there's no schedule. People come when they want to come. It's very disorganized, and it's just so it's stressful to do shows in Cameroon. Oh man. It's like people don't value time, they don't value schedule. Main artist is showing up when the show is almost closing. What? So, and then on top of that, I don't know. I feel like the sound system could be better. But what I love is that people are so happy. I love it when I see people happy, and on top of that, I feel like there's very little shows in Cameroon than what I would have thought. Like in Nigeria, there's shows all the time, and it's lit, you know. But Cameroon is once every 3 years. I don't know, understand. And then it's the same people doing the concert every year. It's the same people being booked, the same artists. There's no diversity. There's a lot that is challenging here. Yeah. But outside of Norway, outside of Cameroon, in Europe, the shows are smaller, but it's fun. Yeah, because, you know, the African population is not that big, especially in Scandinavia. But when you do it, it's fun. People enjoy themselves. And it's great. And the schedule is...
People, they follow time.
People, they follow time. And if you don't follow time, people know that I'm in the room. MC, I'm here, I beg. MC, I'm here, I'm here.
Interesting. So, besides, you don't tell me how you don't succeed for, you know, navigate yourself inside industry when a man picking the You don't tell me I don't succeed. So for any woman, because people they get a certain notion about people they like woman the way they inside entertainment industry, especially when they get fine like you and they get shape. I mean you get your kind shape, you get your kind skin. You know, people they just look you and then they put a certain tag. They say, that get it for them because he be get for he be surely get for sleep with the artists them. Now why that way they book they call you for cam, you know. So how you did deal with that kind
Stigma.
of they talk yes.
Actually, it's very ignorant. Well, I work. I work. I don't. Most people who do all these things is because they need money. I don't need anybody to give me money. I do it for the passion, and people pay me. As you know, me, I like my money. If you don't call me and you don't pay my money, I'm not showing up. So I think it's just the African mentality of women lowering their standards. And only going for the money, some women, that makes men think that every woman is the same. It's not. Everything I have is my money. Any person that can hear talk say, I give Charlene this, may do. That's a lie. It's never happened. And I think it's ignorant because where I come from, we all work. I've been working since I was 13. There's nothing you can give me. Okay? I rather that I work hard to get that thing that said I gave my body for it, because that's going to affect my mental health, and I'm all about having a good mental health because I love to be happy. So I'm like, no, that the stigma is just ignorant, and I really don't pay attention to it. You know, you post a sexy picture, somebody say, I showered on there. What? That's because you're ignorant. It's lack of education, lack of exposure. You know, that people wear bikini and they are ministers. You know, it doesn't mean anything, really. Yeah, I don't care about that because I already know the difference between me and them. You know?
Yeah.
So I just do my shows. Every artist knows that, Charlene, that one is not easy. That one, they know. They know. If you ask any artist, they say, hey, Charlene, no, don't try out. She will just insult you and keep it moving. I'm all about my business. I rather connect with an artist on a friendship level because I know then we can do for other businesses. I can get you a gig. There are many times I've gotten gigs for Kapali and I've gotten my own percentage. I'm smart, right? Because if I just open my legs, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I am.
No value.
No value. But now people respect me, you know? So that's how it is.
Interesting. So I want to make you give a word of advice for young girls away. They inside entertainment industry, but they feel pressured for yield to some of these demands the way they find themselves in. Because some people, not be all man get the confidence, the education, and the wits way you get them for talk say, I know supposed to do this thing because it will affect my mental health, because it will make them I go feel this kind like this. We're not being at the kind way we are supposed to feel as a human being.
Yeah.
So some girls they do not because they want to and because they feel say they don't get any other option.
Yes.
So which kind of advice you feel give for that kind of girl?
I would always say there's always an option. You have a choice in life. I always tell people that you can go from 0 to 100 by doing different things. You know, if you are in a profession where people are pressuring you to do something that's going to bring you you're not going to be happy about it, I would say do something else or start your own. I am doing my own shows. One of the reasons why I started doing my own shows is because there's stress with men and then people don't want to pay, and I like to make money. So if people don't want to pay me, they want to pay me less than my value, I rather create my own brand, build it from the start up. And sometimes it's very, very slow, but you will get there. Not the fastest way is not always the best way. As fast as you go up, you must come down. But if you build it gradually, there's a strong foundation.
Yeah.
So anytime you feel like, oh, there's no option for me, yes, there is option. If somebody tells me not to MC today, I'm going to the office. I get paid because I have 2 educations. I go to the office and work. So you always have to have plan B. Don't only depend. That's why it's very important to have multiple sources of income. Yeah. Because then you have a power. Because the thing about selling your soul, that is not ending well. Most of these girls you see online, some of them have mansions that it comes from somebody else's money. If you lay down with those girls at night, they don't sleep well. That's a fact. So if you're feeling pressured in an education or a workplace where you feel like, oh, I have to succumb to something to leave it. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. I actually told somebody that today because a friend of mine was feeling down. I was like, listen, you're in a dark tunnel, but you'll come out of it.
Yeah.
It's just step by step. And I know it's not easy in a place like Cameroon where there's poverty, and sometimes you feel like you don't have a choice. You always have a choice. And that choice, you have to live it. But know that you can have options and a plan B. People always sell egg them for road. They make money now. They make money. They are peaceful, hardworking money. Think about other things to do if you feel like it's either you... I may not say it too loud. I don't know what to say. But yeah, there's always a plan B. Create a plan B. Have multiple streams of income so that you don't feel like you have to depend on anybody. Because when you go to a workplace or as an entertainer and you are desperate, they're going to mop the floor with you. Mop. When you have passions for something and people see that you have a drive and you don't take nonsense, it will be hard, but they'll eventually respect you. Trust me. Yeah.
Yes, so we no longer Beta Torpoh. So we'll take some short break.
Yes.
And then we'll come back. Me and MC Charlene will continue longer on Beta Torpoh. Okay, so Charlene, tell me, like, for person way either for Diaspora, right? How it dey for you? Because I know say some people they get a certain impression, or some people don't experience something. I feel I say discrimination because say they know they for Cameroon. It had them forget relevance for Cameroon. I mean, for instance, entertainment industry, whether an artist them, MC them,
Yes.
you know, it had them forget shows them for Cameroon, or it had them forget people them like. People that will invite them for Cameroon for perform or anything just because they need to stay for Cameroon.
Yeah.
So the fact that you be based for Norway and you operate internationally and you be open to even come for Cameroon for gigs, you don't experience that kind of discrimination. You feel distance, the fact that they for Diaspora, it affects your hustle for Cameroon.
Yes, it is. I think one of the reasons is because of the money. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive to book somebody from Norway to here. That's why it should be done by big companies.
Right.
And sponsors. Have sponsors. Don't call somebody and be begging because they like to do that. It's for the people now.
We don't get money.
Money not day. So I think that's the thing when it comes to shows. But I think in general, just showing Cameroonians who are abroad love in Cameroon, it seems as if there's a problem with that. I don't understand. Can somebody explain that to me? Like, if you're doing something great in outside of Cameroon, you're Cameroonian, it's like Cameroonians have a problem supporting you because you're not in Cameroon. But you're still a Cameroonian. You're still lifting up the flag. So what's the problem? I've never understood that. And then on top of that, when you're winning, it's like people hate. And I think the problem is that what I've noticed with Cameroonians is that if they did not help you build it, there's this sense of jealousy and hate that even when you're winning, some of them find it hard to give you your props. And I think that's sad. Even artists that are outside of Cameroon have said this to me. You know, if you promote, like a blog will promote, show an artist that is very talented, but because they're not in Cameroon, you see that now who be this, now which one be this, and I wait to hear the sing self, but it sounds amazing. But because you say you never see for your quarter, you know, you just start to act like say, no problem. I don't like that energy with Cameroonians. I think it's really sad. Yeah. Like, for example, you know, when I won the award in Nigeria, and people were so like, oh, let Norwegians vote for her. Let Norwegians. Instead of you people celebrating like a female Cameroonian is being nominated amongst other talented Nigerians. That's somebody that's something you should celebrate.
Yeah.
And be happy for that person. That, you know, instead you're hating. Why?
Yeah.
It's the frustration for plenty for this country. We get for investigate.
So if they ask you, say, what do you feel say we fit do for make our entertainment industry better? So we when I talk say we, I mean people the way they did inside the entertainment industry. So people they like artists, MCs, promoters, people they did inside the industry, and then the audience, the consumers, the regular people. What do you feel say these two groups of people they fit do for make our entertainment industry better?
That's a wide question because it takes a lot of people to build our industry. But I think that when it comes to the artist, if you want your fans to listen to your music, learn how to connect with your fans. You know, learn how to connect with your fans, and it's not about only giveaway. Interact with your fans. Go live when they comment, respond to their comments. Interact, and then on top of that, put out good content, put out good music, and then. But when it comes to like building the industry, it's all about supporting. You have to support people, share their songs. You know, encourage them in the comment section. You know, that builds an industry. And on top of that, in order for the entertainment industry to grow, money is needed. And investors is needed. And there are many investors that are just watching, but they're not doing anything, but they have the money to help. You know, invest in artists, do big shows and put artists there. And also, I noticed that it's how do I say this? Artists make money from shows. Artists, they need the money to be able to invest in their music and their music videos and production. But if they don't have sponsors, it's not easy. And I noticed that when there's concerts in Cameroon, it's like there are gatekeepers that are there because I only see the same artists being booked. You know, an artist is not even relevant in 2024. His last hits was 2020, but they're putting him on a show, and it's the same people, you know. And I feel like, but what about the others that are growing, that are actually have the latest hit out now? Who's stopping them from booking that artist? So that's something that has to be discussed, and people have to create awareness that it's not right. Rotate. Go to Southwest, Northwest. When they pick artists that you see their music is out, put money in their pockets and pay them well. You know. And then when the artist, you have to promote your music well, make sure you're updated with the sound. Don't just be stuck in one sound. Contact producers that actually know how to do music, producers that have experience, producers that have traveled and learned new sound, incorporate with your own. What's the latest hit on TikTok? Take a little bit of sound of that TikTok music, put it with your own, mix it, boom. That's what Nigerians do. That's what Diamond Platinum is. The guy is winning because he hears piano is late, puts it in with his Tanzanian tribal dialect. It's blowing. You know? So there's a lot, that's why I said that it's so broad. And for the fans, they need to support more and try to care more about their artists. And stop harassing people under the comment section. If you don't like anything, sure. Zip it. Only comment when it's positive.
You know, if you can't go empty hands, so get some gifts.
You know, I like gifts them now.
I know.
Thank you.
I know. But before you leave, you don't make some posts a couple of months ago for your social media page where you talk, say, you feel like, say, people that neglect MC category. Inside the entertainment industry, they neglect MCs because inside their award show they hardly put MC category and all of that. So you still get that same feeling.
Yes, I do.
It never change.
Hey, if I catch any promoter now, I would have serious discussion. Any award show that is organizing any award show that's being organized. Here's the thing: who is the presenter? Is an MC. So why is that not a category? And on top of that, not anybody can become an MCO. Some people pee in their pants if they have to stand on stage and talk, present, remember things, entertain, hype the crowd. That's a job. It's part of the music industry. Other places, other countries celebrate it. Other countries celebrate MCs, hype man, hype act of the year. You know, I remember there was an award show that had this category. Then the next year they removed it. Why? You know? Aren't MCs valuable? If it wasn't valuable, why would I be where I am now? Why do I get booked by the top artists and promoters outside of the country if it wasn't valuable? My job is important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I want to stop that in there. Better put the category sharp, sharp.
Okay, MC Charlene, thank you plenty for this
Thank
time we
you.
spent away.
Sorry, my pidgin. No. if I start to talk pidgin here, when I go laugh. So I say, I talk my English, I respect myself. But I talk pidgin, I will not start for that comment section.
Yeah, so you no longer with Beta Torpoh, and we hope we will see you again.
Definitely. Excellent.
Bye.
Bye.